Today I show you kind of a magic technique to add some glow in some very small parts in your image to emphasize the small source of light. Let's go into Photoshop. So today I'm going to show you how to add some touch of glow to help to emphasize the part of the image that are already shining a little bit, but we want to make it glowing and like golden glowing, like the light are really touching it. So it's very details on your image, but you're gonna see that with just this little touch is going to help to emphasize some parts of the image to make it look like the light is very beautiful. So here is how we are going to do it. You're gonna add a new layer. So we are in Photoshop, already did some adjustment on this photo, and I'm adding a new layer by clicking on the plus here on my layer panel. Here I'm going to rename it glow so I know what it is. And then I'm going to change the blending mode to overlay. Okay, then I'm going to take my brush, so B on my keyboard or here on the toolbar, and I'm going to choose a flow of 7%. Then I want a color that is close to the sunlight, so here I'm choosing a bright orange. So here is orange, and then I want something not too saturated and very bright, so I'm choosing something here. I'm gonna start brushing everywhere where I see that the light is touching and it's shining a little bit, but I want to emphasize it. Or that can also be the parts that are not shining yet, but I want to emphasize those parts. So I'm zooming in my image and I'm gonna start brushing. So I am using a tablet, which make it very easy to brush, and if you are serious about retouching, I would really recommend getting one. And I am brushing. If I feel like 7% is still too much, I can of course go something lower, like 4%. Here I thought that it was a little too much to use 7%. So it needs to be detailed. You cannot make very big big brush stroke, otherwise that won't be detail and that won't be subtle, and that is not what we want. So please don't brush like this, that wouldn't make sense. You need to use a very small brush stroke. You move around on your image by using the hand tool H on your keyboard, and you brush the parts that you want to make shine. So here we are emphasizing the light, we are not changing the light. Everything we are brushing is already shining. So you can already see before and after. Before and after, as you can see, that's really subtle, but it will help to add some details on your image that are actually very important. Here we did just a small part of the image, so I'm going to do more of the image. So at the end, you're gonna see the difference. So here is the before and after with this glow layer set on overlay, and that's really on details. So you're gonna see it's going to make glow some very small part on the image, but it helps to add details, to add even some sharpness in the image, so you can see. So it's before and this is after, before and after. And you can see that it enhances some parts of the image that without it we wouldn't even consider. So look at the door here, this part of the image, even the clothes. Look at those parts before and after, and that is really going to add glow, but also add details to your image. So it's something that I usually recommend to do at the very end of your edit. So do everything, then do this step, add some glow on the parts that are already glowing, and then sharpen your image. Now, if you are more advanced and you are wondering what is the difference between adding glow on an overlay layer and doing a dodge and burning, so dodging in this case, the difference is that by adding a layer and choosing a color to brush on details is going to add this effect that this is the result of the sunlight, because you are adding a color, while dodging and burning you are just enhancing the highlight without adding any color. So if you are more advanced, that is your answer. Now if you want to learn my whole workflow that I use on every of my image, check out my masterclass where I teach you every steps from raw development to the export of the image. I will put the link in the description. If you learned something in this video, please push the like button and subscribe if it's not done yet. I see you in the next videos.